Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. If you're a new member, could you please share, like, and subscribe to the channel? It helps my YouTube members know when I post videos. Well, today we're going to be making another exciting recipe. Now, I have made this twice before. The first time they came out okay, and the second time they didn't come out so much okay. Because the second time I left them in a little while longer. So what we're going to make today is lemon cookies. The recipe, she wrote that you need 2 cups of blanched almond flour, a very fine brand, and today we're using the Walmart brand. 1/3 of a cup of granular swerve, and we're going to use a Lanco kind this time. A pinch of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum, 2 large eggs at room temperature, and 2 tablespoons of butter, a tablespoon of regular fresh lemon, because I'm trying to get a little more lemony taste there. And the last time when I made them, they tasted more like almond flour because I had left them in a lot. Like I said, they bake at 350 for about, I would say about 8 to 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes tops, depending on your oven. So this time we're going to take them out at the 8-minute mark, and we'll check on them, and if I feel as if they're not quite cooked there, we'll take them out, and I might actually shut the oven off and put them back in the oven while the oven is cooling and let them finish cooking, and that should put a nice good crunch on them without burning the cookies or turning them into a almond flour type thing where that's all you taste is almond flour. And as an option, you could take a little bit of zest from the lemon and just zest it in, but we're not going to do that today. And this should make around 18 cookies, depending on how big that you make them. And I'm not sure, I'll have a link below the video, but she's another great YouTuber. A lot of times I'll take some of these YouTube recipes and I'll modify them and make them my way. And that's going to be one recipe we're going to be making today. And another day, this week, we're going to be making a chicken sweet and sour chicken recipe that I saw from Low Carb Recipe with Jennifer. And yeah, and again, I'll be modifying a particular recipe from her original recipe, and I'll just rewrite the whole thing and make it my way, and I suggest you do the same. But you know, if you made these cookies before, let me know. And I think what we're going to do this time is, which I didn't do the last time, and I wanted to do the last time, was take a couple of tablespoons of cream cheese and put it in a small bowl with a little bit of confectionate powder, and just kind of like mix it all up and make kind of like a glaze, and just drizzle a little glaze on the lemon cookies, and I bet that'd be really good. So without further ado, let's just go right into the video itself. And I think I may or may not talk over the video, but maybe in the back room, I prep all my stuff in the back room, and then I go move it out in the front. And then we're going to use a large sheeting pan with a silicone mat, and then we'll just take a cookie scoop and we'll scoop them out, and we may roll them nice and smooth and then put them on the mat, but if we don't, we can just use the palm of our hand and press down on each cookie. And if they stick too much to your hand, you can either wet your hand or do a little bit of cooking oil spray on your hand. And like again, when you get to that point where you're doing your cookies on your sheeting pan, the oven should be preheated at 350. Not showing the macros on that, but if you're really concerned about the macros, I believe they come in at about 1 net carb each, but maybe we can figure it out in Carb Manager together, and I'll put up all the information online. But I have Carb Manager again, but I'm still trying to figure it out. Again, you know, as I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, they had a nice program about 1 or 2 years ago, and then they updated it. And when they went to the update, they made it more confusing for people, especially when you're not savvy with their particular website. But there's a good website, but you know, and also another website is great for this stuff too, is MyFitnessPal. And but again, it's expensive. And Carb Manager runs me $40 a year or a monthly subscription, which I don't want to pay any more monthly subscriptions. But be that as it may, subscribe to my channel. We don't have monthly subscriptions here. It's just a one-time click on the mouse. You know, give me a comment on my video, thumbs up, share my videos, and welcome aboard. So without further ado, let's go right into the video, and have a great day. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe. So what we got going on here, guys, we're going to be making some lemon cookies. What we got going on in our bowl, we have 2 cups of almond flour. That's the very fine blanched brand from the Walmart family. We have 1/3 of a cup of granular swerve. We have 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum, and we got a pinch of salt. And then once we get that all combined and all the lumps out and everything, we're going to add 2 eggs, been under room temperature for a while, and we're going to add some melted butter. We have 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of a fresh lemon, and we happen to have a fresh lemon. We're going to cut it and squeeze it out the best we can because we haven't got a juice squeezer. So once we get this all incorporated and ready to make our cookies, today we're going to be using a small little watermelon scooper, and it's perfectly fine. And this should give us about 18 little cookies on our sheeting pan. And our sheeting pan is going to have a silicone mat, and we're going to have the oven going right now at 350 degrees, and these will bake off to about 8 to 10 minutes, and I would pop them out at the 8-minute mark and just keep an eye on it because you don't want them to burn them like I did the last time. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get everything all mixed up and get it going. And from this point on, you're just going to have music going in the background. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so our cookies just came out of the oven. They are done. So now we're going to take the silicone mat, place it onto a rack so they're cool and get it nice and stiff on the bottom before we touch them, because if you touch them at this point, they're probably going to fall apart. Hi guys, and welcome back to Ron's Keto Cafe. Well, our cookies are done. They've been sitting on the cooling rack for a little bit now, and the toughest thing I would say about making the whole thing is waiting for them to set on the cooling rack so you can have them so they feel like more like a cookie instead of a soft dough. But again, let's go over what we did. We took 2 cups of almond flour, a third of a cup of granular swerve, a pinch of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, a fourth of a teaspoon of xanthan gum, 2 large eggs at room temperature, a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, and we melted 2 tablespoons of butter, and we had unsalted butter. Now, if you have salted butter and that's all you have, I would omit the pinch of salt, and bake them off in the oven for 8 minutes, and this nice and golden brown on the bottom. How's that, guys, huh? Now, as an extra added bonus, I'll show you what we're going to put on top of them. So what we got going on over here, guys, for a glaze, we got a cream cheese glaze that we're going to put on top of a couple of the cookies and taste test it together. And so we got a couple of tablespoons of softened cream cheese, and then I put a little bit of erythritol, or the powdered sugar, not the confectioner's sugar. And I used this spoon as a measurement guide. I just put whatever I thought. And this is what I came up with. Now let's go ahead and put one on the cookie itself. Put my towel there so I don't make a mess. I mean, they all look so great. I mean, I don't want to try. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just this. Hi guys, so we're back. So today we made the lemon cookies today. This is the 3rd time, and I hope the 3rd time is a charm. And we did a little bit of a cream cheese glaze, and as I stated with the everything that I put into the video, it came out really good. And the only thing I didn't put was the extra added lemon extract that I could have put in. And you can use the extract, by the way, if you don't have a fresh lemon. And then I bought some food coloring to give it the authentic color look of the lemon, but I didn't put it in because I didn't have the patience of taking off the seal and cap and everything. But other than that, they look dynamite. I don't know how they're gonna taste, but look at that, guys, huh? Nice and golden brown at the top. These baked off at 350, by the way, for 8 minutes. I took them out after the 8-minute mark, and then I put them back in the oven with the heat off for about 2 to 3 more minutes, and then I popped them out, and that's how they came out. And then when they came off of the silicone mat, I placed them on top of the cooling rack to let them cool and set for a little while. Let's have one together, bite. So let's give it the old taste test. Now, can I cook or what? And what's really great about this, you know, on the filling, you can just dip it right into that, make a dip. I got it all spread. I got it all spread at the bottom. So with all the cookies we made, they came in at 1 net carb each. And again, they're fantastic. I'll have the YouTuber's link below the video. And I didn't change anything up. I made it according to exactly how she told us how to make it. I'm not sure what the idea was of the xanthan gum. It could have been probably to make them so they could sit a little more. Now, if you didn't have xanthan gum, you probably could put some sour cream in there, like a tablespoon of sour cream, to give it a different texture. I And maybe you can make a different glaze for that. I don't know, but I think that glaze is fantastic. I mean, these are really, really good. I gotta have another one that good. Now, not all of them browned it up really that nicely in the bottom, but this one over here is just, it's like, you know, but at least they're not burnt. The last time I made these, they were burnt because I left them in there too long. So the tip of the day is when you're cooking cookies like this, 8 to 10 minutes tops. I would remove them out of the stove at the 8-minute mark. Shut your stove off, let it cool down for about 5 minutes, and then put the cookies back in the finished baking, and then take them out of the oven and place them onto a cooling rack. And after about 5 to 10 minutes, they're nice and firmed up like that. And you know, you could decorate them with some jimmies or anything you want to decorate them on. But this is really great. Look at that, guys, huh? Again, if you live locally, I'm always looking for a taste tester. But randomly, I just picked up another cookie, and look how nice and brown it is at the bottom. That's what you want for a texture of a cookie, okay? So remember, like I said, the tip of the day to make these cookies, after the 8-minute mark, take them out of the oven, even if you don't think they're ready. Shut the oven off, let it cool down for about 5 minutes. Put them back in the oven after the oven's been down, and the heat from the oven will finish cooking your cookies, and you should have a really nice cookie like that is, okay? And nice and golden brown, not burn at all, no burning taste. They taste like lemon. They taste fantastic. I mean, I'm really impressed this time with myself, and so I wanted to thank you guys for coming along and joining me on my YouTube channel and my journey, and the new subscribers, and I'm trying to get more and more videos posted daily, going through some older videos, re-editing them, see if I want to use them again. But this is the third time making these, and the first time they came out okay, but not great, and I made them big instead of small. This time the only difference was between the first two. I really paid attention to the cooking time, and I used an ice cream, like a watermelon scooper instead of the other ice cream scooper, which I had a bigger one. And these come out fantastic. I guess I don't need this whole batch right now, but I don't think that'd be a good idea to do that. But I could, but we're going to save a couple of these for later and a couple of these for tomorrow. And you can put them in a small bowl, freeze them up, and take them with you on the fly or whatever. And, you know, definitely if you have kids, you could, you know, get them involved in cooking, you know. I never got started with cooking until I went on my own. I was living by myself since I've been 16 years old until I met Donna, and then, you know, we got together in the early 80s, and me and I have been together ever since. But look at that, huh? Look at that. But anyways, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great day. Remember, I love you. God loves you. Have a great day.